You're watching Newsday TV. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ken Bufa. JetBlue will no longer be flying from MacArthur to Boston. The route was pulled just 2 days before its first flight was scheduled. Now, JetBlue says the bookings did not meet expectations. Affected customers will be able to get a refund or will be rebooked on a flight between Boston and JFK Airport. And a police officer has been charged with driving while intoxicated on the East End. 39-year-old Luis Morales was arrested early Tuesday morning in Hampton Bays. Officials say the East Hampton man crashed into a utility pole, resulting in power outages. Now, there is no word yet on when he will be arraigned. An attorney for George Santos says the former Long Island congressman wants a pardon from President Trump. Santos was sentenced last week to more than 7 years in prison for financial crimes. His attorney says, quote, next to President Donald Trump, George Santos is the most hated man in the world. I'm confident that if I share what took place with President Donald Trump or the White House, that they will agree with me that this was very political. And another Chick-fil-A is opening on Long Island. This one is just outside of Eisenhower Park in East Meadow on Hempstead Turnpike. The drive-thru location opens on Thursday. All right, if you've been outside, you know it was a gorgeous day today, so let's take a quick look at tomorrow's weather. You can see temps are elevated in the 70s, partly cloudy skies. It's going to be another gorgeous one. We'll have that 7-day forecast for you here too. You can see that it's going to be a nice week overall. The weekend, though, is raining. Suffolk officials say there's a rise in infant deaths due to unsafe sleeping conditions. Sherry Einhorn spoke to new parents about their concerns.
Ready? Parents know having a new baby can be extremely exciting. But if you've had one, you know it can also be totally terrifying. There's a long list of things to worry about, including how to keep your baby safe when they're sleeping.
That's definitely like a top priority. You stay awake at night, unfortunately, sometimes, it really is very scary.
Suffolk officials say they're seeing an increase in infant deaths due to unsafe sleeping conditions. Now there's a push to increase education and awareness.
Talking to the folks that deliver babies, that follow babies, so whether it is OBGYNs or midwives, just reminding them to educate moms who are in their third trimester.
Experts describe safe conditions as the baby sleeps alone on his or her back in a crib with no bumpers, blankets, or stuffed animals. Mom Shireen Mangle says she went a step further. She uses a camera with an oxygen monitor on baby Lana.
Last night, even though she slept till 4 o'clock in the morning, I still made my husband get up at 2 o'clock and go check on her. And she was fine, but it is a concern.
It's a topic that's talked about a lot during the tummy time classes here at the Nesting Place in Farmingdale. Parents here tell me classes like this one give them real-life, hands-on tools that they use every day.
He just started rolling over back to front, which he did do last night in his crib in his sleep. I did go in and put him back on his back because I was a little scared, but the pro of tummy time class is that's how he learned how to do that. He knows how to roll back out of it. He knows how to lift up his head, turn left to right.
In Farmingdale, I'm Sherry Einhorn for Newsday TV.
Governor Kathy Hochul unveiled a general agreement of the state budget, but that does not mean it's complete. Newsday Albany reporter Michael Gormley shares what happens next.
This afternoon, Senate Majority Leader Andrea Stewart-Cousins told us that this budget's not done yet, that they're still negotiating and probably will be negotiating some items for the next few days. So we do have several items that the governor said is going to be in the budget and that Senator Stewart-Cousins said is going to be in the budget. And the keys to that for a lot of people, a lot of New Yorkers, is the governor's, what she called her affordability agenda. And that includes tax rebate checks. Now, in January, she proposed $500 checks for most middle-class families that filed jointly and $300 for most middle-class families that filed singly. That had to be reduced, though, under the deal that's going to be in the budget coming up, to $400 checks and $200 checks.
Now, Governor Kathy Hochul's budget includes funding for the MTA's capital budget. Newsday transportation reporter Alfonso Castillo explains what this could mean for Long Island commuters.
The capital program funds big ticket infrastructure projects and throughout the MTA. For the Long Island Railroad, it means things like new trains, station upgrades, and there's even some money in there to explore the possibility of further electrifying the system as far as Yaphank. So some very high stakes for Long Island commuters here. This is a $68 billion program, the biggest ever, and there was a lot of question about how this would get paid for. The governor's new budget does fund it. At the center of that is an increase in payroll taxes for employers with payrolls over $10 million. Smaller employers will pay less. Some might actually see a decrease in the payroll tax, but that's how they get there.
UBS Arena will host a kickoff event for the 2026 Olympics. Now, the NHL commissioner says the event will not be a hockey competition, even though it was previously set to be an all-star weekend for the league. The commissioner says they are planning a major hockey event for 2027. Get in, folks, we're going grooming. Today we are on the job with a mobile groomer here on Long Island, and to get the full effect, we're gonna need one thing.
April Franchi, mobile dog groomer for the rough life here on Long Island.
Now that we have our groomer,
How are you? How's Charlie? Oh, not ready. Where you going, baby? Charlie does not want to walk to the truck.
so what's inside the rolling paw print palace? Now, of course, we have our tub and our shower, but we also have our shampoos. And I'm actually looking at the labels, and does this one say oatmeal? With that out of the way, let's get to work, because there's lots to do.
Bath, blow dry, haircut, file and cut nails, clean ears, brush teeth, all that.
Feels like a towel. First up, load up Chuck into the tub. Oh, dude, you're super soft, man. And look how well behaved he is. Feels good? Then let's dry.
How's that feel, buddy? I'm like a little doggy Ghostbuster.
With the water gone, it's time to tame this fur. How are you doing it so fast? This is like super hard to do.
Sometimes you have to pull the hair back
okay.
with it also, so you can kind of.
Okay, I gotta pull it like I'm ironing a shirt. It's not harder than it looks.
The reason she makes it look so easy is that she does this more times than you think. 6 dogs a day?
You know, I work 5 days a week. If there's at least 6 a day, 6 times 5 is 30. You know, sometimes more than that.
And the Rough Life does not just groom dogs. They do cats and even goats.
Are cats or dogs easier to groom?
Oh God, Emily's the cat groomer. I will help her, but
No?
they're too unpredictable for me.
Okay, time for the details. While Charlie gets his nails done, I wondered what on earth drives folks like her to pick up the comb and tail.
One-on-one time, lots of love, you know, single affection. It's not like a shop environment where there's a bunch of other groomers and a bunch of other dogs around, so there's more of like a one-on-one connection that you're able to build a better relationship with the dog and the client, because it is just me here. No, I just try and be really nice and make my personality really show to people.
Clipped and combed, time for a bit of trimming.
Please no breezes, buddy, while I'm back here.
Roughly 1 hour later, Charlie is looking good. And as for our groomer, she's feeling good.
I've done like really like matted dogs, you know, kind of doing those dogs and being able to help them feel better. You can see it. Yay! Okay, let's go.
And with a happy pup and a happy client, mobile pet grooming has been a success.
Bye, Ken!
See you later, April. Thank you so much.
All right, and that is our time. That's what it's like to be a mobile dog groomer or pet groomer here on Long Island.
Only in Newsday, there are over 50,000 unlicensed drivers on Long Island who are more likely to be involved in deadly crashes. What can be done to keep you safe? Dangerous roads, unlicensed drivers, coming soon at Newsday.com.
You're watching Newsday TV. For more on all the stories you've seen here today, head over to Newsday.com. I'm Ken Buffa. Thank you so much for joining us.